NNPC can actually sell fuel to Nigerians at 0 naira per litre, and they will still make profit. Think about that for a moment. I'll take it again. NNPC can literally give out fuel to all Nigerians every day for a full 1 year at 0 naira per litre and still make a profit. And I'll prove it to you in this video. It is about time that all of us united to speak truth to power. Regardless of whatever our political or religious affiliations are, we should come together to speak truth to power. Statistics, data do not lie. NNPC has the capacity to give fuel to all Nigerians every day for a full 1 year, and they will not run at a loss. They won't. It is my responsibility to share this with you so that we can hold these leaders accountable. Speak truth to power. Let us let Tinubu know. Let us let Mele Kyari know. Let us let NNPC know that we know that they are treating us wickedly and they are treating us without care, and they are just being unnecessarily hostile to us. We know. It is time for us to let them know that we know. Why do I say that NNPC can give out fuel, sell fuel to Nigerians at 0 naira per litre, free, and still make a profit? I have my reasons. I'll share them with you. Because right now, I know normally when you think and talk about the issues of Nigeria, you are likely to be very, very annoyed. You're likely to be depressed. You're likely to even have your blood pressure go up. You're likely to just throw tantrums. And then, of course, you're likely to just give up and say Nigeria is gone. There was a country. It's very likely you do that. But the reason I'm sharing this with you is not to get you annoyed. We are all already sufficiently annoyed. The reason I'm sharing this information with you is so that we can take action. I hear many people say that doing petitions or making FOI requests is futile. It will not yield any results. That if we even take them to court, they have their people everywhere. That is what they want you to believe. The way we should do the petitions now should actually be different from the way we have done it. Let the petitions come from multiple sources. Once the petitions come from multiple sources, and then we put it on social media, we shine light on it, they will have no choice but to cave under our pressure. It is intellectual revolution we need. We need to change our approach to these things. We cannot use brute force. We have to use smarts. We have to use smarts. We have to shine light on the activities of the NNPC, on the activities of Mele Kyari, and by extension, Tinubu. We have to. People say, oh, is Tinubu the group CEO of NNPC? Tinubu is the Minister of Petroleum. If there is anybody who should know, it is the Minister of Petroleum, even though the buck stops at the desk of the president. So we must take action. That's why I'm bringing this information to you. So let's come back. Why do I say that NNPC has the capacity to give fuel to Nigerians for free, and they will still make profit? Big, huge profit. I'll explain 3 reasons. Number 1, if you look at the amount that Shell alone, as an IOC, Shell alone paid as taxes and royalties. Taxes and royalties, we are told that it's over $4 billion. Taxes and royalties. If you extrapolate from that, it shows that Shell alone made about $30 billion in profits for them to pay that amount as taxes and royalties to Nigeria. That's number one. Number two, which is the reason that blows my mind. It blows my mind. These information are out there. They are usually staring us in the face, but we don't realize it. We don't realize it. Perhaps because they say if you want to hide something from the black man, put it in a book. It's staring you in the face literally right now. What you have before you is something from the Observatory of Economic Complexity, run by MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology. These people have structures in place to monitor and get statistics of things that go on in international trade around the world. The same thing with Statista. And these are paid services. For you to get information from Observatory of Economic Complexity, you will pay as much as $300 per user per month. $300, that's almost 500,000 naira. That's to tell you that the information they provide is authentic. The same thing with Statista. If you go to the website now, I'm on it right now. For 2022-2023, Nigeria exported crude oil of $52 billion. $52.1 billion. That's what Nigeria exported. Petroleum gas, which is natural gas, $9.04 billion. Nigeria also exported refined petrol products, $1 billion. If you put those three together, which are things that should accrue to the NNPC directly, they are $62 billion. $62 billion that should accrue to the NNPC as revenue for that year. In the same year, guess how much the NNPC spent on importing refined petrol products? It's staring you in the face. Just look at it. $20 billion US dollars. They made a revenue of $62 billion US dollars, 52 plus 9 plus 1 billion. That's a revenue of 62 billion US dollars. That's the revenue. Out of that revenue of 62 billion US dollars, they imported refined petrol worth 20 billion US dollars. What does that tell you? They made a profit, or you can net off and get a surplus of 42 billion US dollars after spending $20 billion on importing refined petrol that you and I consumed for that year. So if we put this information together, what it simply tells us is that we can actually, the NNPC has the capacity to actually give refined petrol products out of the monies they make from Nigeria's crude oil and natural gas resources. They can actually give out all the 20 billion worth of refined petrol products and still make a profit of 42 billion US dollars. This is not my data. This is international data. So when you consider this, how wicked can our leaders be? How wicked can Mele Kyari be? How wicked can the president be to have access to this kind of information and still be punishing Nigerians with unnecessary increase in the pump price of petrol? How wicked can our leaders be? How? But that is not the reason why I'm here. We can get angry. We can get pumped up and decide to do all sorts. But if it does not include taking action in such a way that we hold our leaders accountable, then it will be useless hearing this information. Today is 9th of September. Tomorrow is 10th of September. from 10th of September to 12th of September, there's a public hearing, a joint committee of the National Assembly at the National Assembly complex. It's to probe the activities of the NNPC, particularly with respect to the DSDP arrangement. If you're in Abuja, please endeavor to be there. Let us throw light on the activities of the NNPC. NNPC, they do us shege. The shege we are feeling from Tinubu is coming through NNPC. The devaluation of the naira, the increase in the pump price of petrol, the fake fuel subsidy removal, all of these are because of NNPC. So if you and I do not shine light on the activities of the NNPC, they have already told us that even the 1,000 naira per litre that they are selling now, it will still go up. We hear rumors now that even Dangote, despite the NNPC coming out to say that Dangote is free to sell to marketers at their own price, we hear that Dangote intends to sell at 1,300 naira per litre. More expensive than the fuel they import from Netherlands, from Brazil. These people do not have our interest at heart. It is up to us to take action smartly and intelligently to take back Nigeria from the hands of these people. Make yourself available at that public hearing. And if you're not able to make it to the public hearing, I beg you, write petitions. Petition the EFCC. Petition the ICPC. Petition. Do freedom of information request to the Ministry of Petroleum, Ministry of Finance. Do it. Do it to NNPC. Don't just sit down and say, oh, the system is already corrupt. No. We will not get a different result if we continue to apply the same old approaches. We have to change. We have to change. We have to change. It is really painful to know that from the data before us, and the data tallies. I told you before, if Nigeria, okay, let's say in 2022, they were doing 1 million barrels per day, or 1.5 million barrels per day, and they do it at $80 per barrel, and you multiply $80 per barrel by 1.5 million barrels per day, you get $120 million, and you multiply that by 365, you get about 46 billion US dollars, which is less than what you have here. So which means that they do some sales beyond that figure. It tallies. The figure we're looking at is credible. It is a true representation of the affairs of the NNPC. So why is it that the NNPC lies to Nigerians? And then the president, who doubles as the Minister of Petroleum, continues to pretend as if he does not know, corroborating such lies. Even when the NNPC came out to say we have not paid a single dime for fuel subsidy, they still lie and claim that they pay for a subsidy. In this year now, $52 billion crude oil sold. We were told that NNPC paid 3 trillion naira as fuel subsidy, when they could have actually made a profit of 42 billion US dollars. Well, imagine, may not be profit because of cost. 42 billion US dollars. Nigerians, it's time for us to wake up. We can't continue to sit down idly by or be on the fence. No. This is the time for us to speak up and hold our government accountable. We cannot continue like this. We cannot. And the reason we cannot is because if we do, it will become more and more difficult for credible people to be thrown up during elections, for us to have the problem of bad leadership fixed. Because these people that are in charge of this, these bad leaders that we have, they will continue to use the money that they have looted from our common treasury to rig the system, particularly from the political parties. So they make the political party affairs cash and carry politics, politics of the highest bidder, and it cuts across all the political parties. So in addition to making yourselves available and writing petition, please, I want to implore you, if you can, join us to create a fresh, brand new political party, the Abundance Party of Nigeria, so that we, the people, can structure ourselves formidably to take back Nigeria from these people in 2027. Please, I beg you.